Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Motorsport Manager. It's week 38 of competition. And it's preseason testing day. We'll get to that here in a moment. But first, a review of how things look a little different as we head into a new season. As of right now, cars still seen as 7th best on the grid. Drivers, I went from 2nd best to now 3rd best. Haas went up, Sauber came down. Both of them had the top spot, but now Trident has signed a new driver to move ahead of us. Headquarters, still plumb last. We'll have another upgrade done before too long. Staff, now number 1. And that involves a change. We'll take a look at that in a second. Sponsors still kind of middle of the pack, though it says right now we're 8th. And pit crew, now best on the grid. So staff, pit crew, now best. Here's that change to staff. We just lost a 2.5-star race mechanic. His contract was up, and I was able to upgrade to a 3.5-star Becky Kitagawa, who has plenty of room for improvement. And she is good at reliability and performance. Not so good at pit stops, though. It's going to take a while to develop some chemistry with her, but part fixes are pretty decent, and her concentration is very high. Signed her to a long-term deal for $59,000 per race. No changes to the pit crew. I have the same pit crew members that I ended the season with. Let's see here, pretty solid bunch of 16s and better, at least to start, with pit times around 16 seconds. Right now the finances minus $2.5 million per race, which was pretty close to where we left off. And since we left off last episode with the beginning of work on the chassis, which is now about to be revealed and done here in the preseason testing, I have added 1 star to tire wear and 1 star to fuel efficiency. Spent $5 million to make that happen. And here's the new look for the car this year. But it's time for preseason testing. Let's see how things turned out. Good start. Both cars up near the top. Nah, they're sliding down now. Middle of the pack, apparently. 12th and 15th at the moment. 12th and 16th now. Erline's car looking a little better than De Vries at the moment. No issues, though. Bottom 4 all had issues. I was hoping for a little better than that. Car's still got a ways to go, though. Obviously, it's in better shape than it was a year ago. And I definitely think we could surpass the mid-pack over the course of this season and climb up towards that top 3 or 4. Sauber lead the way in preseason testing. Let's see. Fairly decent showing. About where we would have expected, and it's time to choose our target. I don't think we're going to be 2nd, but I definitely think we can retain a top 4 this season. It's going to add $25 million to our coffers. Wait. Yeah, Hello, we have a car. We need to get in order. We need to design new parts. And we need to improve reliability, at least for one car starting out. We need to get the better of the pair. There we go. So it really doesn't matter which one we keep. There. No, this way. Alright. Part design, outside of the engine, everything else has room for improvement. We are hurting most when it comes to brakes, but I also kind of want to get whatever's fastest done first. That's either the brakes or the rear wing. Our 5.5 days. Which one's hurting more of the two of those? Well, definitely the brakes. So we're going to start with the brakes. Okay, so we have tire wear efficiency. I guess that's the first place I gotta start. Alright, so here's our final look at the chassis. Tire wear is very good this season. It was very bad last season. Tire heating is definitely better than a year ago as well. So we've added about 2 stars from last year on tire wear, 1 star on tire heating, and at least 1 star on fuel efficiency as well. And improvability should be right about where it was last year. We got the new crop of young drivers coming in, so I'm getting them scouted. Mike Talks Football, thank you. So excited about how quickly the channel is growing these days. Okay, scouting report, weakest drivers. Low quality drivers, so not worried about them. Coming up on Dubai, a couple days away from the first race of the year. And now that we have 2 options for brakes, it's better than Max. Later, I will be putting that one on for sure. I don't like the extra time. I like -3 days, but I'll never be able to put this on one of the cars. But it'll be done in just 2 days. And again, that's 8 hours after the race. What if we take that off? 7 days after the race? Okay. I'll never be able to put this on the car. But we'll build that one just to get it done quickly. How does that new one look? It's good, but that reliability is quite low. So we've got one car here that's Hopefully not going to have to make any crazy stops. Alright, how are we looking now? Drivers, we're still third, but last year we were, right there at the top. So Sauber is just miles beyond the rest of us with their driver lineup. I'm wondering if Bottas is still with them, as he was at the end of the season last year. Did I? Nope. Everybody's still occupied. How did we do on the car? Got things around 70%. That should be enough to get through the race for one car. One car should be able to get through the race without having to make any repairs. We won't be able to strip any parts down, obviously, but alright, 2 choices, 3rd or above, 10th or above. I like our chances of 10th or above a lot better. Nick DeVries, not happy, but that's fine. We'll take care of that right now. 68% goes to you. No wonder DeVries was unhappy. All of the good parts were on Verline's car. Alright, so he's content now. Estimated race position is 10th and 18th for Verline. So just that small gap is worth 8 positions, meaning the field's pretty tight heading into the start of the year, at least the mid-pack. And it was when it came to the points at the end of the season. So if I start getting some decent parts put on these cars in the next few races, we should start moving our way right up the grid. Expectations for Verline are quite low for this first race, as I didn't get any improvement into his car. It's a neat circuit. One of only a couple that actually have a loop. Go to Japan, you've got that bridge. Alright, same drivers, different crew chief, but otherwise the team hasn't changed. We're starting off much the same with where we left off last year, but the chassis is looking a lot better this year. I think that's going to make a big difference in the races. Like just a little bit of downforce we're going to have to add. Speed probably as well, but we'll get out there first. Both on soft tires, and we head to our first practice session of the year. We want you on race trim. You're already there, so you're going to head out first. And is my custom I need to get set up right. That's what practice is all about, so we'll focus on that first. Ooh, nice. We've already locked down the downforce. And both handling and speed balance are good. So this might be easy. Oh, nice. Verline also. All greats across the board. It's going to get ready pretty quickly for this race. I'm going to try the same thing. Doesn't have to go as far though. Okay, bring him back in. Up to 96% now. So it looks like we went the right way on both. Now the question is, do we need just that little bit more? We'll try that. But at 96%, I think that's enough that we can send him out for a full run. It looks like Verline's going to be the same way. We've got him up to 97% already. So we're down to just little bits of tweaking now. I'm almost content with that 97. Because to get any more is going to upset the balance quite a bit. See, that's not going to be great, considering where he was. That's going to be far too much. And then I'm going to offset the handling. Well, we'll give it a shot. It's only 5 seconds. But both cars are going to go out for a full run now. So finally they both get a chance to run hot lap, but of course both of them have partially used and just soft tires, so I don't expect fast times. There's bonus number 2. And they're halfway towards bonus number 3. I don't like the time though. It's already down to 4 minutes. Let's send DeVries around one last time. I'm going to bring Verline in now. I think that might be too late to get a qualifying bonus. Which is sad. It's the length of the track that's making that happen. Minute 42 per lap. Beautiful. All excellent. 99% setup. So qualifying trim, super soft tires, and out you go. Wild to freeze. There we go. We just unlocked level 3. So we're going to get him brought in. We're losing another half a lap to get him in after getting everything set. So I'm going to be hard pressed to get that level 1 bonus in just 2 minutes. Ooh, it worked. 98%. Okay. So quality trim and super softs, and away you go. And with just a minute and a half, he is not going to get a hot lap in. Verline will. So he's just about to come back to the start-finish line now. So he's going to get one lap in. But he'll be out of time before he gets back, so it's going to be difficult to get this first level. I don't think it's going to happen. Nope. No bonuses. No bonuses for qualifying. That's going to hurt a bit for this first race. But we've got our setup right. That's the most important thing. We've got the race trim all locked down. Good performance on race day. Qualifying doesn't matter as much here as it does in some races. Overtaking is always a possibility. In terms of times, 8th and 9th, De Vries never even ran a qualifying setup. That was just race setup on softs, on used softs. Verline's very much on the weaker car right now for that qualifying lap time to come in just behind De Vries. So I figure De Vries is going to be quite a bit faster today. No weight stripping. Nobody's in a position for that. I guess there's not much I can really do here. Alright, Verline's going out first. Let's see, make sure weathers, of course, should be staying dry. You know, I might be able to use more super softs in a race now that I have really good tire wear. So I'm actually going to start him on the used super softs. And then we'll run one hot lap on fresh tires towards the end. I've got to remember that this is a longer track and only 10 minutes, so I don't have time to waste with fully going one driver at a time on their prep. One more. Now we can start to step on it. Tire temp's already coming up. So we're hitting I need to send out De Vries now. Yeah, definitely use the used ones. Okay, how are we looking? What's your placement? Oh, brakes got a little cooked there. Tire temp's perfect, brakes a little hot. Part of that was trying to get De Vries out, and then I lost track of where he was on the track. And okay, so here's Verline. Braking there. He's already overheated. Yeah, they get tire temp quickly this year. So it doesn't take much to get it up. Okay, tire temp good, brake temp a little hot. Okay. Verline's putting in a decent time so far. He's got, well, it's only him and NATO, but at least he's not looking last right now. He's got one purple sector, but there's only three cars. 4 cars. So he's hanging on. He's got a decent time. Yeah. Almost 4/10 better than NATO. Verline was always the back 3 or 4. And this is with 0 qualifying bonuses. Almost a second better than Falchero. So that's a good lap time from Verline, who is still tops. De Vries, meanwhile, No purple sectors for him, but he's putting in a good enough time, hopefully. And again, Verline was on used super softs. And he's tops right now. Second to Tench. There's DeVries just behind Tench. Savanin goes top, but that is good times from both drivers on their first stint on used tires. And considering DeVries has the better car, that makes Verline's qualifying effort all the more believable. I'm going to get him back out right away, even though the grip's not quite there yet, because it's that longer track. I want to make sure that I actually get him. Try to get this setup right. Get it staggered enough that there's still over two minutes left when I'm trying to get DeVries out for his final lap, so I don't face what I faced last time. Here's where we want to get it up. Back off. Through this section. Go easy through here. Now we get on it. Get those tire temps up. And then we're going to brake. Still braking. Through this S. Tire temp's perfect, brake temp a bit hot. Still got 2 minutes, so we're good. DeVries heading out. Oh, Verline's got traffic. So DeVries is getting close to the setup we want here. Still not terribly happy with that. He was struggling to get the tire temp, but the brake temp just kept wanting to shoot right up. Okay, meanwhile Verline's putting in all greens. 3 milliseconds off of Albin's time right now. He's going to have a great starting position from that. Most cars are starting hot laps right now, though. DeVries still, sector 1 is green. So he's improving on his time. Mazepin just put in the best first sector. Bottas is still driving, so he stayed with Sauber. And Bottas just put in a green second sector. DeVries just lost a ton of time to traffic there. He was green through the first 2 sectors. He was 4/100ths to ahead of Albin's time right now. And DeVries goes top. I don't know if he's going to hold it. Yeah, Mazepin put in a better time by a half a second. And Bottas, where's Bottas? Oh, he's only 6th, so DeVries might hang on. We might have 2nd and 4th. We do. 2 cars left to finish. Galale and Falchero are just on in-laps. So nobody's running a hot lap right now. So 2nd and 4th. Fantastic qualifying. And that was with 0 bonuses. 0. Mazepin is much, much faster, though. Good car, good driver. It's going to be very tough to catch him in this race. But DeVries, starting 2nd. If he can stay near the top 5 or 6, I like our chances of not only scoring some points, but maybe getting a podium. His car should be okay to go to the end of the race. And the tire situation, we might be able to run super softs for part of the race and not be stuck on softs the whole time. You know, I might even be willing to start running better tires part of the race. We're going to start here and see. It's a 21 lap race. We're going to get about 15 laps out of the softs. Wow. So do I want to start on the better tire? I'm going to split their strategy. Verline's going to go on the softs first. And yes, I'm getting such good tire wear that honestly I could run super softs, which next race I might just do that. So De Vries is going to start on the super soft, so he's going to go for a high position overall and try to maintain it, while Verline's going to go for the longevity, and by swapping them we'll see what kind of difference there is. I cannot go for... You know what? Verline can't do that at all because of the condition. Tires, though, he can push. And you're just going to push. There we go. Alright, here we go. First race of the season. And we're both starting on the front 2 rows. 5 lights. And we go green. Good start from Verline. Decent start from De Vries. We're both up into podium positions here. And Verline makes a move on De Vries and the leader of the race. So Verline on the softs is pulling away already. Back him off till those tires get at the temp we want them. De Vries, the one who we were trying to push initially, ends up getting a weaker start, and he's down to 4th place. Now there is going to be ERS this year, so that's going to be one big difference, and there you go. We can already see I'm at 19% each, but they both have really good harvest efficiency. So they start with a small amount of harvest, but they accumulate more than the other cars as time goes on. Got 2 long straightaways, which are definitely going to be the best place to use that ERS. First of those coming up here in just a moment. Verline will go ahead and use his to keep his position. De Vries will use his on the front. Verline well out in front at this point. Tires are heating up, so we don't want to overdo that. I'm going to wait until after the front stretch. De Vries, we're going to try to make a move here on the front stretch, see if he can't at least secure 4th, if not maybe gain something on 3rd. Gets right up on him. Okay, and he's going to back off. We should have good enough tire heating. The temperature should begin to drop now that I backed off. So Verline is still running front. Mazepin is closing him down, though. I think Mazepin might catch up and pass him at some point, especially since Verline is only on soft tires. But we're going to start running a little bit faster here. I don't expect Verline to hang on to this position just because he's on a different tire compound and definitely not as strong as De Vries' car. Looks like Mazepin tries to make a move. Cannot complete the pass though. Now he does. So Verline drops a spot. He goes to second. Ooh, still gaining temperature in those. Now remember that Verline does have a plus 15% performance bonus on those tires, which is making them nearly as good as the Super Softs. But the difference is starting to become apparent as De Vries is now closed up on him. Ooh, oh, double pass there from Aquino. Nice move from him. That was with ERS active, but still, very nice move. De Vries finally gets around Verline there. We're already on lap number 6. Yeah, both cars start to heat up a little bit. Need to back off a little there. De Vries gets back out of the red zone now. Verline nearly got 5th place back. Definitely closed him down, though. Both cars running well, though. We're in the points right now. And in terms of tire wear, very little difference between the super soft and soft at this point. De Vries, which he's better on tire wear than Verline is, only about 5% lower. And De Vries looking like he could probably go the whole race on super softs and not even have to run the soft tires. Boy, even with ERS, he barely retains 3rd place. Bottas is all over the back end of him. So Bottas here in the Sauber is just putting a lot of pressure on De Vries at the moment. Can turn back up his mode, though. De Vries now into the lead as Mazepin and Albon have already pit. It's lap 10 now. If De Vries can go one more lap, which he's at 37%, I don't see why he couldn't. He can go the distance. Meanwhile, oh, yellow flag. Fukuzumi has crashed. It's just a localized yellow, though. Alright, the other super softs have all pit. De Vries is the last one out there. And with 32%, our chassis is going to really be a strong boost for us this year. Because at this point, we're going to attack. There's only 10 laps to go. We're going to put them on that fresh set of super softs for the final 10 laps. Give them just enough fuel to get to the end. Park condition, everything's holding up. Brakes looking a little weaker, but they should make it to the end. It'll be just an 8-second pit stop. That's a pretty good time for a one-stopper and super softs to go the rest of the distance. I'm definitely, from race number 2, going to be switching my strategy to go more for the better tire compound for the bonuses, which will help in the qualifying as well, as it looks like for the most part we're going to be able to use those tires far more frequently, and that's going to help the pace as well as whatever improvements I get to the car this year. Vries is in, he's going to relinquish the lead. Last of the cars on the super softs to pit. There was a mistake. Rear left. There was no reason for that mistake, but we lose 3 seconds There was nothing aggressive. There was only an 8% chance of any kind of mistake. 3 seconds lost. He comes out behind Bottas, who he was ahead of before, and that's going to hurt, as he's not going to get Mazepin or Bottas. So now De Vries only looking at a potential 3rd place for this race. But meanwhile, can we get Verline up into, like, say, 4th? 12 laps now. He doesn't have to go much longer on these to get the rest of the way. Plus, really good ERS right now. We're going to start to use some of that and see if we can't pick up some position on track here before the upcoming pit stop. Okay, bunch of cars coming in, and lots of them are doing fixes. Looking at the car condition, the rear wing's down to 22%. I might have to do a fix for Verline on that. %. Okay, we're going to go ahead and attack. We're going to bring you in now. Put you on super softs. Need to get you enough fuel to go the distance. There we go. But we're going to have to add some time. Go for the most damaged part. It's not going to add a lot of time to the stop, luckily. Okay, Verline's in for his stop. Good stop so far. Refueling is done. Still losing some time to repairing the wing, but not long. That didn't take too long. And he's back out in 9th place. De Vries is 6th. There's still 3 cars that have not stopped, so right now we're looking at potentially 3rd and 6th place after those stops are made. De Vries should be good to go to the end of the race. I don't think he's going to have a problem with his parts that's going to force him to come in. Okay, the top 3. Gotta keep an eye on them and see where they come in at. If any of them come in now. Yes, 1st is in, 2nd is in, 3rd is in. They're all into the pits. De Vries is going to easily move past them. Verline trying to get out ahead. Oh, he gets caught up. NATO blocks him as he comes out of the pits. Verline should have gone right past him, but he does not. So Verline gets held up, loses at least a second and a half, and now is out of the points. Now, Mazepin and Bottas are both on softs. So there's one advantage for De Vries, but I don't think he's going to be able to catch either of them. So I could be looking at 3rd. First sign of problems, brakes. Brakes are not looking good. 5 laps to go. De Vries, no guarantee. Now Savannah just had to come in. He's coming in purely to fix a part. So that's the unknowns of that first race, where a lot of cars are going to have to spend time working on reliability. Vries comfortably into third. Have to keep an eye on his pace and see if he's gaining at all. I think he is closing down Bottas some. That could be the gap in the tires. Both cars going conservative at the moment to save the tires for the end of the race. Start speeding things along here. I'm technically out of time here, so as soon as this race is done, we'll be wrapping things up. Delatraz just crashed out. Just a localized yellow though, so no impact. Comes to Vries again. Oop, part condition. 18% on the brakes. I'm still okay with that. So we are running third and sixth, which is where I'd like to be at this point. NATO, let's see how he is on the pace. Still 18%, 3 laps to go. Turn that back up. I cannot burn any extra fuel, so I cannot turn up the engine mode as that increases the wear. Okay, De Vries is not gaining or helping. NATO has retired. NATO has retired. So has Johnson. There goes Verline's brakes, but it's only 2 laps to go. I'm going to slow things down a little bit. NATO has retired. Here goes Verline around the outside. As you can see, he's clearly got a blown motor. At least something has gone awry. 5% left on the brakes. We've got to just try to hang on. We are in third place. I'm not going to relinquish third place with only 1 lap to go. Both cars have some ERS to spare. We are running third and fifth. It is all about whether we can get to the end, though. And, like you can see, NATO's still just now entering. So even if the cars go down at this point, slow down. Use your tires. You both have them to spare. Alright, looks like the cars will make it. It'd be good if they don't retire in the final couple corners. They would still make it to the end and cross the line. But it would be a lot more costly on the repairs after the race. We do manage a podium. De Vries finishes third place. Verline is going to inherit fifth after NATO's retirement late on. And Verline crosses fifth. Great start to the season. A third and fifth place. That's going to be some really solid points, and that will definitely put us in the top 4. Only team to have 2 drivers in the top 6 scoring points. And that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.